Hey everyone, welcome. In this video, I'll be scouring through the internet trying to find any tips I can to help you improve your logline writing skills. Not mine, you, because I'm pretty good at it. So, yeah, let's do it. Okay, let's do this. How to write a logline. Let's look at raindance.org. The site says a logline must have the following: the protagonist, the goal, the antagonist/antagonistic force. The first rule is that, which makes sense. The second rule is don't use a character name. It has no intrinsic information and so is a useless word. Instead, tell us something about the character, a sous chef or an ex-superhero. That does make sense. And I don't think I've seen many loglines which have the character's name. So I think that's a good tip. Use an adjective to give a little depth to the character, a mute sous chef or an alcoholic superhero. Clearly and quickly present the protagonist's main goal. An alcoholic ex-superhero searches for his daughter. Describe the antagonist. An alcoholic ex-superhero searches for his daughter after she is kidnapped by his dementing, jealous former sidekick. Make sure your protagonist is proactive. I mean, that tip does make sense, but of course you have to make him proactive or her proactive. What else are you going to do? I'm pretending as if I'm really an expert and this rule just doesn't make sense, but yeah, make sure your protagonist is proactive. Okay? If you can, include stakes and or a ticking time bomb. These are very useful narrative devices that add urgency to your script. If they fit in easily, include them in your logline. If they fit in easily, of course. Don't, in a family drama, don't put a time bomb unnecessarily. A family of 4 struggling in their life, but suddenly they discover a time bomb in their house and everything's gonna blow up. Whoa. Okay? Don't do that. Even though that does sound like a great idea, don't do that. Setup. Some scripts operate in a world with different rules to our own and require brief setup to explain them, which is mostly science fiction stories. In a world where all children are grown in vats or driven to a mental breakdown by an accident, work an aquarium manager. Okay. Sometimes they do require setup as well, which does make sense. Like in stories like Inception or any science fiction story, basically, you have to maybe set up the scene as well. About the ending. Do not reveal the script super cool twist ending, even if it is the next The Usual Suspects. The story and thus the logline should be good enough to hold up by itself. A surprise ending should be a lovely bonus found when reading the script. This all changes when you get to writing your treatment. I don't know. I do get confused about this. So if producers are reading, I mean, don't give up the full ending, but that single hook word that can maybe get a producer to read the script. That and doing this, like about not giving up the ending and also finding that hook word that will get a producer's attention or reader's attention is really difficult, I think. But yeah, you have to find that right balance for your particular story, I think. Let's see what Studio Binder has to say. It starts with create strong protagonist, a beautiful assassin, a hot-headed anchor, a culinary gifted rat. The first part of your logline should give us insight into who your movie is about. Don't use character names. They also say that you should not be using character names. Since your characters only exist in your mind's eye, it's important to really describe who your characters are. The best loglines are goals. Character studies are fun, but characters are only defined by the actions they take. A great logline sets up what the character wants. We'll have to see if he or she achieves it. If you wrote a movie logline that stated a man sets out to build a robot, it may be a goal, but it is a bit too bland and possibly too broad. The same logline can be strengthened by adding a specific testable goal. A man sets out to build a robot to win a competition. Django Unchained example. With the help of a German bounty hunter, a freed slave sets out to rescue his wife from a brutal Mississippi plantation owner. Yep. Next. Fourth point. Irony is your friend. An airhead blonde goes to Harvard Law School. A Christmas elf goes to a New York City. Perusi. What does that mean? Examine carefully or at length. Peruse any great logline examples and you'll be sure to find irony. While irony is the bedrock of any comedy movie loglines, it also makes the protagonist's journey the hardest possible. By pairing opposite personalities together and placing fish out of water, your story begins to take shape. Oh, yeah. That is a good tip. The Silence of the Lambs, a young FBI cadet must confide in an incarcerated and manipulative killer to receive his help in catching another serial killer who skins his victims. So you shoot at night, you get... Please. It's the morning. I shoot at night, you bark at night. I shoot in the morning, you're still barking. How does this work? When do you calm down? How do I find the right time? I woke up at 7 in the morning. I look like this. And then this goes on in the background. What the hell am I supposed to do? When am I supposed to record then? Damn it. Okay, let's see the next point. Movie loglines should have stakes. Is it the end of the world? Will a bomb explode? Is there a dastardly villain? So this is what you get. You get knowledge about writing, but you also get to learn new words. Dastardly. Wicked and cruel. You could have just written that, studio binder. Come on. Let's see what Masterclass has to say. Primary parts of a logline. While there is room for creativity in writing a logline, a good logline will always have the following 4 elements. Again, the protagonist, the inciting incident, the protagonist's goal, and the central conflict. Basically, the same things. How many words in a standard logline? Common industry practice dictates that loglines are only 1 sentence long. Some screenwriting gurus even cap loglines at 30 words. That said, an effective logline can be as long as a couple sentences, especially if it's a complicated film. But try to keep it short. I've read very few loglines that are above 1 single line. So I'm seeing a pattern now. Like, it's not rocket science. There is a formula for this, and it's not like you can break the formula. It's not that kind of a skill. You have to follow some rules to nail it down. So yeah, 6 or 7 things, I think. Not too complicated, but I think it's difficult to master. You can easily screw it up if you don't do it well. I've struggled a lot with loglines, I'm not gonna lie. And because it is everything, literally everything, I mean, the producers just go through the logline. I think it's worth the while to spend enough time on it, not just ignore it. Before you buy, if you go to a department store and if you see an aisle full of, chips, you grab the packet which looks the best. It's kind of that situation. Not exactly, but that's the situation that a producer might find himself in while reading so many scripts. So yeah, I think this was really helpful. Or it was a good reminder. Writers know this, that they have to do this, but they sometimes need a reminder. So that's what this was. I had a lot of fun. I learned a lot. I hope you did too. So yeah, that's it for today. Hope you liked it. If you did, subscribe. Let me know your thoughts. Any suggestions for the channel will be appreciated. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.